woman, black hips, black kiss, black lips, afro with a black pig. Love when you talk that blackish. Black man, black fist,
vokaldialect,
black grip,
like, comment,
Vokaldialect podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Vokaldialect podcast. Like, comment, subscribe.
Black schools, black scholars, black doctors, black designers, black garments, black stage, black performance, black panel, black audience, black mothers, black fathers, black sons, black daughters, black love, black honor. You black today, you gonna be black tomorrow. Black woman, black hips.
So what up? Venture, RBG, Pyramid Field stockbroker, word bond, op tree smoker, double cipher, god body, enemy choker, license to kill, I cut, shake, poke you, more sense than 50 fucking jokers. Strategize, plot, plan to invoke you, let you know, first the mind of Minota. Fuck complain, rearrange that culture, we sustain, set flame through the vulture, DNA trained to retain the warrior soldier, designed by the Lord's universal sword, sing songs, cut chords, contemplating cosmic laws, sign of the times, ring the alarms. Too late, we elevate and then drop bombs. Don't hesitate when we activate the arms. Create the chaos, we regulate the calm. Relate the genius, imitate the war they on. Take what we create and make their weak strong. When we come for mine, what side you be on? Black power shower and scatter till they gone. Every season, more revealing than they charms. I use my talent like a phallic in her palms. I'm a double fister, Mr. Only Sister, give my lawns. It's a melanin nation, they face it, it's small. Do I drop a cop when they roll? What up, cuz?
Vengeance,
What up,
vengeance,
What up, fam?
RBG,
Gangsta.
MC, master ceremony.
Greetings, my people. Greetings, my people. Today is Saturday, July the 6th, 2024, 10:27 a.m. And I titled this, Ryan Garcia is exposing the weakness in black males. And for anybody that ain't noticed, and I don't see how you wouldn't, Ryan Garcia in his last, 24 to 48 hours, has further exposed himself because he didn't just get like this, similar like Donald Trump and all others that y'all think are good people. He didn't just get like this all of a sudden. And he went on a nigger rant. Hard ER. Said effed up things about George Floyd. Said things about him being members of the KKK. Said all niggers and Muslims. His words, not mine. YouTube. Exposed what's really in his heart. Exposed with, and guess what? I respect when somebody say what's in their heart. Right? But the mentality of black males, right? The mentality of black males that, number one, they're so forgiving. Tank Davis, I still ain't heard from you. You went against Devin Haney. You hate Devin Haney so bad that you sided with Ryan Garcia. Right? You sided with Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia said, I hate all niggers. F all niggers and all Muslims. Deion Sanders Jr., Bucky, Well-Off Media, at Colorado, at Coach Prime. Keep telling y'all. Deion Sanders Jr., and you a failure as a father, Deion. Y'all can get in my comments or whatever, because y'all can come with the smoke for me, but don't take the smoke to me. Go take the smoke to Ryan Garcia. He said he hates you. He said he hates all niggers. F all niggers. Then he doubled down and said, I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing. And Deion Sanders Jr., and you can tell he's more so trying to convince himself. Hey, man, I just was hanging with Ryan, man. Ryan ain't racist, man. I know Ryan's heart. No, you don't. Ryan is showing you his heart. Ryan is showing you what's in his heart. Okay? I ain't got the Stephen A. Smith. We're going to spend time on Bucky, the junior. See, because all of y'all made a big deal when I said LeBron James was a terrible father for how he pushing Bronny out there to play. He's using Bronny as a mascot and a prop. When I said LeBron James was a terrible father, I got all kind of backlash. Right? I got all kind of backlash for saying LeBron James is a terrible father. And I stand on that. Deion Sanders is a failure as a father. And before you go to me, go to the receipts. There's a deposition, I think what you call it, when he was getting divorced from Shiloh, Shalimar, and Shadur's mother, Pilar. And Shiloh is saying that education was never a priority in Deion Sanders' household. And you can tell by the junior's response. Because some people are so poor that all they have is money. And don't let that go over your head. Some people are so poor that all they have is money. Right? So let me show you why they are failures. Because y'all just seem to think that being a father is having money and time. Those are components, yes. Those are components to fatherhood. But if you haven't taught your children a cultural GPS, if you're still teaching your children and they got skin like this, and you still teaching love everybody in a world that loves them last, you are failing them. Now let's cut all this polite stuff out. You're failing them. So Deion Sanders Jr., and go check it out. Go check it out on TikTok. Check his demeanor out. Now, I don't know this young brother, but I'm speaking to the condition. See, y'all get caught up in the people. I speak to the mentality because that is the human in you. You caught up in the personality. Oh, that's why y'all call him Coach Prime. Y'all call him Coach Prime because y'all still thinking of prime time. I lived in Atlanta. I saw him when he played for the Falcons. I remember when he was a two-way player playing for the sport. So we could argue that Deion Sanders is the greatest athlete ever. A lot of people have a dark side. We all got a dark side, G. Yeah, a lot of people. But guess what? It's what you do with that darkness, fam. Now, I'm not mad at the dark side, right? I'm not mad at the dark side because it's yin and yang. It balances us, right? But when somebody show you that darkness, you don't try to rationalize it and say, well, it's not this, it's not that. Right? So back to Deion Sanders, okay? I remember when he was a two-way player. Phenomenal athlete. But like I said, if you don't teach, and this is my word, and I know it if I see it, if you don't teach your children their cultural GPS, walking around in this world, you are failing them. I don't care how much money you get given them. I don't care how much of a foundation you have given them. I don't care if you get them on the Lakers, LeBron James. If you teach them to love everybody in a world that doesn't love them back, you are failing them. That's like teaching your son to love a girl that's dogging his heart out. And we know how y'all will get if it came to a woman. So when I tell y'all Deion Sanders is a failure as a father, check what I'm saying. You got to look deeper than the person. Y'all can't get past these personalities because that's how they get y'all. I keep telling y'all, Albert Bandura, check him out. And The Model. I say this constantly. And y'all fight me. You come in my comments and you say crazy stuff to me. You look at me, a black man with that's trying to find solutions as the problem. And you look at black men as the black males as the problem, as the solution. So it's not Bucky's fault. It's not Shador's fault. It's not Shiloh's fault. It's not his daughter Shalimar, DeAndre, all his children. It's not their fault. Because the apple don't do too far from the what? What they say about that apple in that tree? Y'all tell me. What they say about that apple in that tree? Your children are a product of you. What they have inside, you put it there. So for Ryan Garcia to go, because this is who this video is about, it's a two-way. It's a two-way. I don't know what the homie meant when he said a lot of people have a dark side. That's the problem, though, G, if you still listening. Because we rationalize when a person is showing you their dark side. We rationalize and say a lot of people. Everybody does it. But when it's black people, you specify us, right? Everybody got the right. Everybody got the right. But when somebody say what they say, believe that shit. He's still talking about, I know his heart. And you know what's the sad part? Is to watch them party with Ryan Garcia. Is to watch Deion Sanders Jr. party with him. And imagine you're the enemy, right? And you hanging with your enemy. And I don't know if this video is pre or post. Before or after. I don't know. I don't know if this before his rant or after his rant. But then, and I'm about to get up off of Deion Sanders Jr. He goes on to say, I'm not going to throw him away. I'm paraphrasing. That's what we do. We always throw people away for a moment. Right? But I told y'all a while ago when y'all told me it wasn't Deion Sanders' job to help the black race. So if it's not black people's job to help the black race, who is it? Ryan Garcia's and Mexicans? But y'all busy talking about black and brown because y'all always try to equate and share the struggle with somebody else instead of fixing your own stuff. You always looking for a friend. And Nana John Henry Clark, and I told y'all what Nana meant. Told us we don't have no friends. You want a friend, you look in the mirror. That's your friend. But we really low-key hate your reflection. That's why y'all talk about Angel Reese the way you do. I see so many black males talk about Angel Reese like a dog. And it's sad enough that Caitlin Clark fan base does it. But when I see black males cherry pick her and some black females, but sports is a male-dominated sport and field, so I'm talking to males. Because you guys are the kings, right? Y'all the head of the households, right? Ladies, read these comments. Y'all keep looking at the aesthetic of a male. The aesthetic and talking about, I need a man that's this. You got the right to have whatever you desire now. But I need a man that's over this and over that so he can protect me. But guess what? If he ain't got no heart and he don't have the mind and the mental capacity, he's a failure. He's not going to protect squat. He ain't even going to protect his own self-interest. And that's the real. To look at how Ryan Garcia got in Clarissa Shields' DMs and disrespected her. Now, what is the point? What is the point that I'm saying this? What is this? What is the tipping scale, black males? I'm talking to black males. What is the fed up moment? What is a person gonna have to do for us? Because okay, y'all done said anybody that loves black women is simps, right? We all simps. I love black women, so according to them, I'm a simp. Okay, they've already programmed your mind to not protect children. You don't protect children. You don't play stepdaddy. You're not stepdaddies. You let them be. You hit them and you go. See, that's why Kevin Samuels mind screwed y'all. Kevin Samuels had y'all out here talking about she's a 5 at best. She's a 7 at best. Okay, so they disarmed you. Because y'all love to talk about divide and conquer when it comes to Diddy. And they against us. And it's bigger things to talk about. Fatback Umar Johnson. Where you at on this? But he is an opportunist. So he may slide in on this. See, I call out black men that are problems. I call out white people that are continuously a problem. I call out females that are problems. I don't attack the youth though, because they're misguided. But when I tell y'all how black males are misleading, you get mad at me. Ryan Garcia could tell everybody he hates you. And there's all this compassion. Bill Haney, let's slide to Bill Haney. Because see, what it really is, see, y'all can feel emotional all y'all want when I start talking about the Willie Lynch. Because see, that's the problem. You're so busy debating what you feel instead of understanding. You're so busy trying to intellectualize that you ain't even understanding the simplisticness of the directions. Now, what you bring up the Willie Lynch for, boss? God darn, you always talking about the Willie Lynch. Because guess what? This is the program, this is the cold shit right here, that you're only programmed to speak against your own and protect your own to a certain degree. And I get to what I meant. You don't protect the degenerates. You protect the woman beaters, Boosie. You protect the pedophiles. You see how backwards they make you think? That you'll ride for a pedo, huh? But a black male or a black woman that's standing up, right? So Bill Haney, when he was talking to Floyd Mayweather a couple of months ago, he was on one. Floyd Mayweather was all kind of nut-ass niggas, and I'm from the streets, and I'm this. All kind of venom. Bill Haney had all kind of venom for Floyd Mayweather. Whether you like Floyd Mayweather's personality or not, which I don't, but we're not here to debate his personality, because you got to see beyond. You got to see beyond this simplistic stuff that y'all talking about. So Bill Haney got all this smoke. Ryan Garcia could have killed your son in the ring. But you got all of this when you arguing with Floyd Mayweather. Go back and look at it. Y'all go back and look at it yourself, because y'all don't believe something when it comes from me. Go back and look at Bill Haney's energy toward Floyd. And then look at his response when he just responded about Ryan Garcia. He got to get help. I hate to see him crashing out. All of this compassion. All of this compassion. So as long as they're beating women, essaying children, molesting children, abandoning women, turning on their own brothers, that's okay. That's okay. So he got all of this compassion for Ryan Garcia, and he could have ended your son. This is why they are the way they are. This is why our defense is the way it is, because when it comes to real situations, hands up, don't shoot. I don't want no smoke. The way he disrespected Clarissa Shields, the way he paraded black women around. Didn't he compare your image to a monkey, Bill Haney? And y'all still say he need help. I hate to see him crashing out like this. I hate to see it. He got so much potential. And Steppin' Fetcher, Stephen A. Smith didn't miss a chance. He was just riled up about O.J. Simpson at the BET Awards. Because I told you, they're Pavlovian dogs responding to the whistle or the bell. Right? So Stephen A. Smith, his take was, I don't even know how to put it in order, who more. But I have more compassion for Deion Sanders Jr. because he's a junior. He's a younger man. I think he's probably in his 30s, but he's a younger man. Stephen A. Smith, see, this is the psyche. That whenever they show their true colors, whether who it was from the Clippers, Donald Sterling, that got caught on the audio, Jerry Jones, that was just happened to be observing a white crowd denying black students entry into a school. Jerry just happened to be observing. He was young. A lot of guys, he was just looking. Jerry ain't racist. No, Jerry ain't racist. He let Quincy Carter on the team. He takes chances on black men and let them play on his team for whose advantage. But that's another story. That's another topic. But Jerry ain't racist. He kneeled with Negroes during the protest. But then what did he do the next week? What did he do the next week after he kneeled? That overseer kicked in and said, yo, hey, and I'm paraphrasing, hey, if any one of y'all disrespect the anthem, I'm suspending you. And to see Ezekiel Elliott, who I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, and Dak Prescott, get back to work, boy. Told y'all. Now, I kneeled with y'all. Y'all done let this go on long enough. Y'all disrespecting flag. Who care about a black life? Y'all disrespecting the Star Spangled Banner. Niggas. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all crash out on y'all own. Y'all don't even crash out on a flag. Y'all don't crash out on no colors. Unless it's Bloods and Crips and you against each other. That's right, train boy. Get on out there and do your bidding. Do my bidding, Stephen A. So Stephen A, Stephen A, you know, he starts off, he got to kiss the shaft now. He ain't gonna give you no bad job now. He starts off how, you know, Ryan, you know, once I thought he could have been the face of boxing. He ain't got none of that. He ain't got none of that venom that he had for Kyrie Irving. The way Kendrick Perkins attacked him. The way they used words and called him anti-Semite. What is he doing? Kendrick Perkins said, oh my God. See, if you were to put Kyrie Irving's brain inside of a bird, the bird would fly backwards. This is what they said about a black man that just stood up for his own self-interest. Because that's the conditioning. That's the Willie Lynch in him. Get him. Get him. Get him. So Stephen A. Smith, he decides to take it very lightly on Ryan Garcia and say, you know, of course they're going to say there's no place for this talk. They're going to use those talking points. There's no place for this. That's just absolutely. But then this is what they do. It's his mental health. He's obviously going through something. This is not the person I met. So what was disgusting about Stephen A. Smith, he felt the need to throw Frank Martin under the bus, who just fought Gervonta Tank Davis and was KO'd. And he felt the need to do it in such a way that he said, Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia didn't want no more when Tank Davis hit him with that body shot. And if anybody watched that fight, y'all know what I'm talking about. He didn't want no more. So he quit. So Stephen A. Smith, in order to, like, because I keep telling y'all about these magical Negroes, a lot of people did not like this movie. But you got to see beyond. You have to understand the psyche. You got to understand, I got a bro that always talks about the hearts of men. So in this movie, David Allen Greer play is like the star of the movie. So in this movie, the Society of Magical Negroes, because this is what Stephen A. Smith is. He top flight. He'll die for this shit too. You always have to put the client above yourself. It's always about them and never about you. Now, this movie. It's on Peacock. If y'all get a chance to watch the American Society of the Magical Negro, don't look at it to like it or dislike it. Because see, now that's your human battling because you're saying, I think it's this. See, you're not. See, you have to be a sponge at all times. This is the growth of understanding the why behind mentalities like this, right? It's not necessarily about the mentality of what they're doing, whether it's right or wrong. That's subjective. But the why, right? So in this movie, you always have to appeal and make them feel comfortable, huh, Stephen A. Smith? That's why he went on his rant about O.J. Simpson, because he wanted to make white folks feel comfortable, and he wanted to make sure that I ain't like them. If it was up to me, I'd have convicted. He went out and even called. He said, as far as I'm concerned, O.J. Simpson is a convicted killer. Now, whether we think O.J. did it or not, again, that's subjective. Right or wrong, right? So just like we have to eat the court's decision to say that George Zimmerman was innocent, right? We have to eat every cop that has unalived, I'm gonna say that word, innocent black men, not what they call it, unarmed black men. Because even that's a play on your mind, right? Even when they call a black man unarmed, what they really try to get your mind to understand that if he had a gun, that's a right to do it. when the word is innocent, right? Okay. So in this movie, this is the job. You always have to make them feel comfortable. So Stephen A. Smith, to make Ryan Garcia feel comfortable, because you don't want Ryan to feel bad. He's already going through enough. No, he's going through enough. Y'all stop that. Oh, you black people are so terrible. Y'all go in on everybody. Oh, what's wrong with you black people? Ryan only said he hate niggers and Muslims. He didn't say he hate Donald Trump. Because Donald will grab you by your pussy. But anyway, because you find humor in this insanity. Right? So Stephen A. Smith decided to throw Frank Martin under the bus and say, Ryan Garcia didn't get knocked out like Frank Martin. Frank Martin didn't even got nothing to do with this. Then he went into detail on how Frank Martin got knocked out. And then he blamed Devin Haney for taking the fight, knowing Ryan was overweight. Now, Ryan is cheating the whole time. But Ryan did say something about this Bohemian Grove, which is why I was 50-50 when I was talking to people. I said, hey, 50-50, maybe Ryan probably didn't, because he did expose a lot about Bohemian Grove and said what they made him watch them do to children. So knowing how this hornet's nest works, when you say things like that, you're going to get stoned, especially when you have influence. You're going to get stoned. So the 50-50 was, listen, what was it? Asterine? Correct me if I'm wrong with the substance that he got caught for. So he got caught for these substances. Okay. And number one, he came in, his behavior was erratic. Now he wants you to think he's mentally off. And the other 50 of the scale, because we got to balance these scales, say, okay, if they really did make him watch them do this to children, that probably would F your psyche up. But that ain't make him racist. It didn't destroy his psyche so bad that he all of a sudden became racist. No, it gave him the confidence to say what's in that heart. And Stephen A. Smith blamed Devin Haney for taking the fight. Because that's it. Stephen A. Smith has to be like this. He has to be the trustee like in life. Gun line, boss? Tell him about the gun line. I ain't like blouse. I slap black off. He has to be that. Because like I said on my TikTok, that there are only a few ways. And the three top ways I can think of, and there's more. These aren't the only ones. But the top ones is that they have to get you to be a homosexual, a thug, gangster, or that what Stephen A. Smith is, a sellout, a tap dancer, a Shannon Sharp, a Shay Shay, a Jason Whitlock. You cannot be an outspoken black man. Because the media has the ability to define you as if you're a solution or you're a problem. Just like right now, if something was to happen to me at the hands of the law, right? They would use all these videos, and I know this. And they would shape a narrative around what I'm saying to validate why it was okay to do what they possibly would do. But guess what? When you're a truther, you got to speak it. You can't be like, well, they're going to get me or they're going to be me. You already in the devil's house. You already in the frying pan talking about it's hot. The cowardice of black men. Ryan Garcia is exposing that when it's on the line and it's somebody else, they don't want no smoke. It hasn't been but one boxer that I've seen really had that energy. Everybody else is, oh, BKB. Well, Mr. Ryan is not a bad person. I know Ryan's heart. No, you don't. No, you don't. Stop that, Deion Sanders Jr. You don't know his heart. But y'all are harder on women. They have programmed you to make you think a single mother is the worst thing in the world. And here you got this dude that come up and say, I F all niggers. He said he wished he could dig George Floyd up and kill him again. And this is not viral. This is not viral on TikTok. This is not viral anywhere. But let Kanye would have said that. Let Amanda Seals. What's the other one? Malika Andrews. And black men would have been holding them passports up to my, see, this is why I'm going overseas. You can go over there if you want to. But don't make it a gang. Don't make it a gang. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting that when we are threatened by real threats, we are peaceful. But if I was to go right now on my TikTok, not necessarily on my Instagram, but if I was to go on my TikTok and make a video, 5 reasons why I love black women. Do you know how many niggas will be under my comment? Negroes will be under my comment. Yeah, but they don't love you. You saying all that to get the cat. And you, who even said something about cat? Because that's how simple y'all mind work. A weak male has to find something to blame to take the accountability off of himself. So he's going to blame the mother as to why he left. Now, that's not to say they don't work out, but guess what? You can leave that woman all day, big dog, but you can't never leave them children. And that's what y'all ain't been schooled to understand. Things don't work out. That's fine. But you can sit up here and have somebody like you, Mark Johnson, to rationalize Diddy beating up on Cassie. Was this about a payday or was this about justice? It don't matter what it was about. Because y'all minimize women when they tell y'all they being jumped on. Because what old one-eyed Willie Charleston White said, yeah, they was doing drugs because they know how simple most black males' mind is when it comes to black women. They know our experience. They know most of us grew up seeing domestic violence. Therefore, it's normal to your mind. And you say, hey, I've seen that all my life. I've seen gay men all my life. I've seen gay women all my life. It's normal. I've seen black men kill each other all my life. It's normal. The normalization of insanity. So he will rationalize that right there. Because I told you he's an opportunist. But y'all will get in my comments and make it more about that, what I'm saying, than to understand what I'm saying. But not to understand that there's a channel that's called Viral Crimes. Most women stay out of fear. Because when you watch this Viral Crime channel, when they decide to leave, like y'all can't say, well, why she did leave? But when she decided to leave, he killed her. That's why she stayed. Because there's no circle to protect. Because when Ryan Garcia comes out to speak his heart, black males still protect him. So who's going to protect them in their minds? But when I say conversations need to be had, there's crickets. Because guess what that means? Conversations mean accountability. Conversations mean you have to use your masculinity for something other than ruling your woman. Because aggression is not masculinity, ladies. I don't know if nobody told y'all. Aggression is not masculinity. And it's painful to see. It's painful to see the ones that's supposed to be the front lines, they're supposed to be your protectors, the ones that are fathers, cape for this dude that spoke his heart. And they still don't believe it. I'm watching black men say, this is odd of Ryan. He seems a bit perturbed. Really? But y'all say the most awful things about Angel Reese. I wonder what Corey Holcomb gonna say about this. Just listen, just understand the ignorant minds that constantly spew out male information. Anton Daniels, Corey Holcomb. And just because somebody keep it real for a second, that don't mean that they should be teaching you constantly. Because what they say about that broke clock is what? Twice a day? Who's influencing your psyche? Who has access to your mind 24 hours? Who do you listen to? Who is your model? Are they weakening you or are they strengthening you? Think about these things, black males. Think about these things. But it's disgusting to see. Because guess what? And I'm about to get up out of here. I counsel people. I counsel people. I counsel you. I counsel people. Okay. This dude right here said, dude, your content is wrong. You can't say black men is weak because we couldn't say that about his Mexican race out fleeing their country to come to a foreign land instead of building up their country so that who cares if people don't like my skin color? People are so sensitive. See, look, y'all just talking. Y'all just saying stuff. What you mean? I'm saying black males are weak when you can be more aggressive against your women than against a person that say things. See, that's what y'all do. Y'all just say respond. That's your opinion that my content is wrong. Because you probably just came in and caught the tail end of what I'm saying. So like double dutch, you was waiting to jump in. But guess what? You're finna get scooted and booted out. And I'm not going to block you because you got the right. We need to have conversations. But I'm saying black males are weak because there's more content disrespecting black women. There's more dudes calling Kevin Samuels Godfather. There's more black males calling LeBron James king than to give reverence to a black woman as a queen. That's what makes you weak. That if you rationalizing Ryan Garcia and you having pity for what he said, I don't care about him fleeing his country. You got to do what you got to do. That's of no consequence, dog. That's of no consequence with your talking point, man. They got to do what they got to do. But when they come over here, because guess what? If I say I'm African, what's the first thing most black people are going to say? Africans don't even like you. Africans don't even like us. Africans sold their own people into slavery. But they can come over here and speak their heart, and you can still say, not all Mexicans are like that. You can have an Asian that do what she did to Latasha Harlin back in the day and blew Latasha Harlin's head off, and we still shop with them. But y'all will listen to Dane Calloway content and have him to make you go against your own people. That's the weakness. that more black males feel comfortable attacking Angel Reese than Ryan Garcia. That's the weakness. That's the weakness. I don't care what you think about my content. And what the other Rudy Poo say? The other Rudy Poo said, who cares if people don't like my skin color? People are so sensitive. I don't know what's your skin color. What you mean people are so sensitive? Now, if you ain't this skin color, you can't talk about what it's like to be in this skin. Because you don't face what we face in this skin. Now, if you are, that's a whole nother conversation. And like I say, that y'all got the right to comment. That's why I bring it to the internet, because it's open dialogue. This ain't no say positive stuff over here. I'm not LeBron James. You don't have to constantly stroke my ego and tell me everything I'm saying, right? But when we got to get to the heart of dudes, yes, it takes black men to call this out. It takes black men, not black women. I can say, because I'm a black man and I can speak on black males, because there's a difference between a male, a man, and a nigga. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all don't hold nobody accountable. You sit up there, if your homie like Boosie said proudly that he gonna mind his business, he gonna stick by his homie. If his homie beating up on his woman, he ain't gonna care. Because you taught to stay out of business. But guess what? Let me show you something. Just like I talked about with that viral crime channel, where these young homies are killing their women at alarming rates. You don't care about your homie either, Boosie. Somebody tell Boosie this. You don't care about your homie because he's crashing out. He could kill his woman and go to prison. And I thought you was trying to tell a dude to stay out of prison, Boosie. So confrontation ain't always physicality. Sometimes just saying, hey, dog, that ain't right. Stop putting your hand on your woman. But you come from beatings. Huh? Whether y'all can minimize the slave massacre all y'all want, because I'm not gonna say no slave trade. Y'all can say y'all can minimize all y'all want, but y'all can't minimize this condition. Ryan Garcia is trash. I counsel people. That's what I was saying before the comments hopped in. I'll counsel Brian McKnight. I don't have an affinity for a celebrity. I have a reverence. I can respect some. There are some that I like. I don't have to bang against just because they're a celebrity. I don't have to, but I'm not gonna give them my support when I know that they've just done out of unforgivable things. And there are some things that are just unforgivable. And that's what we need to adopt. We need to adopt understanding that some things are just unforgivable in the black community. Why are things so accepted? Why is there no barrier for pedophilia? Why is there no barrier for women that file false charges against men? And I'm talking about the barrier should be us. We're not talking about no court system. See, we have to understand one hand washing the other one. That if you're going to send black men to protect domestic violence situations, we need to understand there needs to be some understanding by the women to get the women right that's in these situations. Hey, you can't send our black men because our black men are going to come. Don't y'all understand that the more you weaken the race, the more easily we are to destroy? That if you get them to say the women and children ain't even worth protecting, the more easy access they got to the women and children. I'm talking about, hit them comments. Hit them comments with some understanding. Put a 7 up. Put a 7 in my comments if y'all understand, if that makes sense. Put a 7 in my comments. That if they get us to not even love us, we easy targets. There's an ongoing thing that black males, and I'm talking to my people. What I look like talking to Chinese men. What would I look like sitting up here talking to Chinese men about problems? What would I look like? What would I look like holding Chinese men accountable for what they're doing and they... Let that marinate. Let this marinate. It's ridiculous. There's an ongoing thing, and guess what? There's room to discuss. This is not a monolithic. There's room to discuss the talking points. So when I hear black men on social media saying that they're not going to get involved in strange business if a man is beating his woman because the woman will turn on him, we know that happens. We know that a man can pull out a gun and end anybody that's getting in his business. We know that can happen. But wait, there's more. How come when it comes to the army, and I know this answer, how come when it comes to the army, that's not your business. You don't know these people. but you'll feel comfortable to tell your youth to strap a gun to themselves and go fight something that they ain't got no business in. That when they come home, they're treated like a disabled veteran and not even given a proper love. Give me 7s in my comments if y'all understand what I'm saying. And this is even live or when people are going to see this later on. Hit 7s in my comments. If I was to say something about LeBron James, there would be 80 comments. There would be 80 comments talking about me. So if I'm making sense, tell a black man when he's making sense. It's an open discussion. I wish it was an open panel. I would open the panel up. So you can go fight in a war that has nothing to do with you. You ain't got nothing to do with Afghanistan. But guess what? There's an incentive. He said, I'll pay you this handsome ransom to go attack this village. And this is your enemy. And you defend your territory. America loves you for the moment. But then when you come back home, if you speeding through the wrong area or a DWB driving while black, I don't know now. Protecting your own self-interest is what this video is about. And Ryan Garcia is exposing the weakness that no matter what he says, they're going to put their arms around him. I can't say black women. Thank you, brother, for putting that 7 in. I cannot say black because there are who I'm watching the Shakur Stevenson fight tonight. I'm watching that fight tonight. But we have to talk to black men when it's time. We have to talk to black males when it's time. And if you just a courageous, strong black man that feel, do not make a. This is why we are not able to stand up, because when one black person stands up, he's left on an island all by himself. But if more black men stood up and felt that way, and because Ryan Garcia, like I said, Ryan Garcia's counsel. I won't support him unless he's getting beat up by a brother. Brian McKnight is counseled. You don't treat your children like that. And then still can write about love as if you understand love in your family. There are things I will counsel you away from. If you mess with children, you done. If you treat your family bad, you're done. There's just certain lines that and it's almost really like we're at that point of no return. But there's other brothers like me. Like, I gotta say this video is not for all my brothers because I'm a black man. I hang around strong brothers. I'm not the smartest man in the room. Guess what? Because if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. But I hold my own in any room. This a wake-up call for brothers. The ones that can hear the sound. Because most of them not even going to hear the sound. Because most of the time, you're talking to a black man's ego. So when you talking to his ego, he going to tune anything you saying out. But the ones that can understand what I'm saying, it's a shame that there's only one boxer so far that's speaking back to Ryan Garcia in a not friendly manner. I put it like that. He allowed to disrespect Clarissa Shields. But that's the way the cookie crumble, I guess. Ain't that's what they say? And that's the old saying. It's just crazy. But listen to what I'm saying. I hope I was able to hit and people understand what I'm saying. I hope I was able to make sense. My comments are open. As long as you're being respectful and you're not being emotional, you can type anything you want in my comments. But we got to put that emotion shit up. Because it's like crack. It kills your brain cells. Emotion suspends you from being able to hear. It paralyzes you like fear. I ain't even try to rhyme. It paralyzes you like panicking. You got to get beyond this celebrity worship. It's okay. Like I said, I'm going to watch the fight tonight. It's okay. You don't have to be an extremist, but you don't have to be a cup of pudding either. Balance. And that's me. I hope I was able to shed some light, make y'all understand something. I appreciate everybody that's in the comments. Positive, negative. We need it. We need them. We need dialogues. So, with that being said, peace.